guys, happy Friday. It is Valentine's Day. Spark went down today. I was working and it went down, and then I got home and my internet was also down, and I don't know if the two are related. But I decided to get some stuff done here and take a bath and get cozy. And I was asked to make a video about how to get started doing gig work. So y'all grab a coffee or a drink or something and let's just chat about it. I have my notes right here, and I have put those notes in my little handy dandy Lisa Frank notebook. Okay, so I've been doing gig work now for almost 7 years as far as food delivery goes, and then I'm on my 6th year of grocery delivery, so I have had a hand in this for quite some time. There are tips and tricks along the way that I have learned, and I can show you guys and tell you guys shortcuts that helped me. You know, due to the mistakes that I made, I can totally save you guys the headache for that. So the first thing you need to do, and y'all don't mind this mess over here, I'm nesting today. We're having a little chill day, me and the dog. But the first thing is to choose which platforms that you want to try. I do multi-apping. I do 4 apps at a time every single day, but I didn't start out doing that. I started with 1 app, and it was DoorDash. I did Postmates, but it wasn't busy then, and so, I mean, I just did it. They're both food delivery. I primarily did DoorDash in like 2018. That's what I started out doing. And then once I got comfortable, you know, I signed up for other apps. If this dog starts squeaking his toys when I'm trying to talk, I swear.
Hey, I'm trying to do a video over here.
He doesn't care about that. So choose which app you're going to do, okay? And then the next thing, when you choose what's in your area, what you think will be the most lucrative in your zone, you have to apply for that. Now, each one has their own criteria, their own timing as far as like the background check and all that stuff. You'll have to upload your license and your insurance. I do know with Walmart Spark, you have to have insurance in your name. It cannot be in anybody else's. I'm not sure if that's the case with any of the other apps. I do know my cousin, she tried to sign up for Spark and she's still on her parents' insurance, and it would not allow her to continue applying without having insurance in her name solely. So I do know that if you try to do Spark in your insurance, you can't provide a card that has your exact name on it that you're applying with. Spark will not let you drive for them. So just keep that in mind. The next step is make sure you have a smartphone that has the right software on it. Each app has their own criteria for that as well. I will say that some providers like AT&T and such are better for running these apps than other providers are. One time my phone got broken and I had to use my daughter's, and she had Straight Talk, and even though they use AT&T towers, her phone did not work as well for these gig apps as mine did at the time. So just keep that in mind. You may want to like upgrade your smartphone. Make sure that your software is always updated, or you will not get as many orders as you normally would because it can't find your location. You want to keep your location services on. Clear your cache as much as possible on your phone. If you don't know how to do that, whether you have an Android or an iPhone, you can Google that. It's spelled C-A-C-H-E, and you have to clear that cache at least like once a week so that your location services work properly. That's just something that I learned when I stopped getting Walmart orders one day, and I was like, everybody else is getting Walmart orders and I'm not. They're going in and out. What's going on? I started Googling, and it happened to be just that my server was bogged down. So each time I do that and refresh it, I always get orders. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. Once you start doing delivery and you decide which one you want to do, if you do any type of like fast food delivery or catering delivery or anything, you're going to want to have hot bags and cold bags. DoorDash, when I started doing catering for them, supplied the giant catering bags. You get 2 for free. I did have to go to a local DoorDash hub and pick those up. I don't know what the requirements are for that now, but I had to go to Nashville and pick my dashing bags up, but they are free. But you can also buy your own and send them in a picture, and you can do the big catering orders. But I recommend that you guys have bigger bags for pizzas and stuff like that. DoorDash will also, and Uber, Postmates, I don't even know if they're still a thing. I'm not really sure. But they'll send you one little hot bag for free. When you sign up, you get like a lanyard and a hot bag and stuff like that. So, if you're serious about it and you're going to do long distance orders, I would definitely recommend getting something to keep the food hot, and like get a thermal bag for like ice cream and stuff, because you'll do ice cream deliveries in the summertime. That will happen, and it will melt even if you have the air on in your car. And you will have angry customers if you do not address that, okay? The next thing I would definitely recommend is I went to Michael's and they have these little plastic caddies, and I'll try to put a picture right here on the screen whenever I upload this. And it has 6 little slots for drinks. They're really like paint caddies or craft caddies, but I went and bought one and they were $3. I do know some Dollar Trees have them. I've not seen them at any of mine, but the cup holders at restaurants just completely suck. Or if you go pick up at like a big restaurant, like a sit-down place, a lot of times they don't provide you a cup holder if someone orders takeout and you get a bunch of drinks. So those things have come in handy. I had 2 of them, and I don't use them anymore because I don't do Uber a whole lot. My other stuff is like grocery delivery, so those really come in handy though. I definitely recommend those. And also, like, if you're doing Spark or Instacart, and if you sign up for DoorDash and Uber, you're going to do shop and deliver orders where you have to go in a grocery store or Walgreens, CVS, you know, Dollar General, lots of places. There's this little thing you can get. It's a phone holder, and you Velcro it to the shopping cart, and then you can just like go through faster than having it in your hand and scan the item and put it in the cart. Now, that's just if you want to. You don't have to get that. Okay, so the next thing is taxes, you guys, and this is the hang up for most people, okay? Most people worry, and that's why they don't do gig work. If you have a W-2 job on top of this, and this is just a side gig for you, you don't have to worry as much about taxes. But if you don't have dependents, so you don't get any type of credit at the end of the year, I would definitely recommend setting aside 20% of your income for tax purposes, okay? I have never had to pay in, and I haven't broken even because I have a dependent, but that will change next year. She will be 18. And so I'm going to have to start setting aside money for taxes. And so the standard is around 20%. That's, you know, what most people have to pay in. I would definitely look into that. I know that you can pay in quarterly, but I don't know how that works because I've never done it. So you might Google how to do that. I'm not really sure. The other thing about taxes is that you have to track your mileage. I would recommend getting the Stride app. It keeps up with your mileage, and you get a lot of discounts and stuff when it comes to like tires, oil changes, stuff like that. It's Stride, STRIDE. So grab that app whenever you sign up to do gig work. Get that immediately, and it will keep up with your mileage, because at the end of the year when you file taxes, you can either take the standard mileage deduction, which is what I do because it's simpler and it's a better return, or you can keep up with receipts where you eat, where you like get gas, where you have a cell phone, and you have to itemize that. You cannot do both. You cannot claim all that stuff and claim mileage. You have to take one or the other at the end of the year. So that is something to keep in mind. I have done it both ways just to see which one is better. And for me, my dog is a horse. What are you doing? Do you want to be in my video? Come here. You want to tell him about taxes? I wish he was a dependent and I could claim him, but I can't. Come here. Yes.
You tell these people about all your taxes that you pay. Say, I pay taxes. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you pay taxes? Did you see any cool stuff in the backyard? Yeah, good job. So, he's so silly. You run like a llama, boy. He's crazy. Sorry for the interruption. He's out in the backyard playing today before we get this astronomical flood we're supposed to get here tomorrow. we're in the pink zone, which is the worst zone too. So mileage or everything else, keep that in mind, okay? So if you do want to see which one is better for you, keep all your receipts, where you eat, where you get gas, everything, okay? So the next thing is to set a schedule. If you're working for yourself, it's very hard to be motivated. If you have a W-2 job, you know what time you're going to work, you know what time you get off, you know you have to stay there. If you have a job like this and you're not a very motivated person, or you're not like a self-starter, you need to pretend like this schedule for you is set in stone. Myself, I have a certain number goal every single day as far as money goes that I need to make as a minimum to pay my bills, and then anything else is extra. So I do that. That is my thing. But for me, this is just what works for me. If you're a morning person, this will work for you as well. I get up at 4:30 every morning just about, and by 5 at the latest. The first drop at Walmart, at my Walmart at least, is 6:40. Between 6:30 and 6:40. It depends on what time they get done picking the orders. If there's orders left from the night before where no one took them and the customer wants to reschedule, those hit at like 5:30 or 6. So I just go ahead and turn it on at my house. But as a rule, I'm at Walmart by 6:15 in the parking lot with my app turned on. I've refreshed it a couple of times to make sure it gets my location. And I get a very good drop every morning at 6:30 or 6:40. And I make sure that is the catalyst for my day, where I have started very strong in the morning, making at least $20 to $30 on my first run. I usually don't take anything less than that, and I'll sit and wait until I get something that's that, amount of money. But set your schedule, period. Make it a non-negotiable. If you're a night owl, you're going to make money too, because all of these apps that I'm on are busy at night, okay? I don't drive at night because I can barely see, especially if it's raining. And I don't feel safe as a woman. My boyfriend cannot always go with me, and my daughter would go with me every single time, but she's a teenager. What's she going to protect me from? I'm supposed to protect her, and I'm 4'11". If somebody chases me or tries to get me, they're going to get me. I mean, I'm little, so, he's gone out here again to chase squirrels, y'all. He's crazy. But anyway, so choose if you're a morning person, a night person. I can tell you that unless it's lunchtime and you're doing food delivery, grocery delivery drops off at around 11:30 to 12, and it's not busy again until 4 o'clock. I know that there are exceptions to that rule in every state. Like if you have an area like Los Angeles, Nashville, just huge cities, you're going to be busy 24/7. So ignore that. You make your schedule. But if you're like me and you live in a rural area, in the last, 6 years of me doing grocery delivery, I can tell you with certainty that it's busy from 6:30 a.m. until about 11:30. And then it's not busy again until 4 o'clock. And that has been the case in all maybe 7 zones that I've worked for Spark and Instacart, okay? It's just the same across the board. So keep that in mind, that every day you're probably going to have a break at lunch and not be busy again until 4. If you decide that you want to work morning and night and bookend your day like that, you're going to make money. It's going to happen. Me, I get up at the butt-ass crack of dawn, and I work until about noon. And if I have made my goal by then, I do not work again the rest of the day. I clean my house. I list things on Mercari and Poshmark. I go to the gym. I do a lot of stuff with my daughter and my boyfriend. But I, as a rule, get the bulk of my money in the mornings. And my day is free, you guys. Like, I literally work from like 6 to noon, and that is it. And I make enough money to sustain my life that way. Now, this kind of work, the possibilities for income are totally endless. Like, if you wanted to work Friday through Monday and not work any of the other days, and you just wanted to really kill it Friday through Monday, those are the busiest days. And you work 12 hours Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it's 48 hours you worked. you could make bank and you could take off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of every single week because those are the slowest days. I could do that, but at a certain point in the day, I hit a wall where I'm just tired and I don't. So my choice is to work every single day between 4 and 6 hours and make the same income I would make Friday to Monday working 12. So that is just what I choose to do. That's what works best for my life. And the great thing about doing gig work is that you can choose what's best for your life, make your own hours, be free like that, and not worry about what anybody else is doing. Like, you have to do what's best for you. And so you can play around with it a little bit, do different shifts every day, like different times, see what zone you're in, when it's the busiest, when you can make the most money. You're going to get a feel for who tips and who doesn't. That's a big thing with this. Like, I, as a rule, try not to take no tip orders, but I do take them sometimes when the base pay is enough where it's worth the money, which does not happen very often, but my rule is typically $1.50 per mile on curbside. If I'm shopping the order, I tend to go with either a 50-cent per item pay, plus I take mileage into consideration, or I just do a flat $2 a mile. I think that is a good base, and that way that will keep you from taking crappy orders, because at the end of the day, say that you take a Walmart and their base pay is $11 on a shop. Curbside, I think it's like 7 or something, 8 or 9, I don't know. On a shop, it's $11, okay? If you're shopping under 10 items and it's like 1 or 2 miles, I'll grab those all day because they take me no time, okay? But if this person has not tipped me and it's an $11 base pay and I'm going 5 to 10 miles or something and it's 20 something items, you can bet I'm not taking that. I would not. So that's another thing. If you're a 1099 taxpayer, which is what this is, you're going to be an independent contractor essentially, no matter which gig app you sign up with. This is considered your business. You can run it how you want. You can take 50-cent a mile orders if you want to. But when you take into consideration the wear and tear on your vehicle, the gas you're going to be using, depending on your car, I have figured that my car runs, it costs me 19 cents a mile, give or take, to run my car. And so I have to take into consideration what I'm making to offset that 19 cents a mile, right? You're going to replace your brakes more. You're going to replace your tires more. You're going to need a oil change like more frequently. It just comes with the territory. So with Instacart, and I believe Spark too, I don't know, don't quote me, you get discounted oil changes, discounted tires, and it shows you all that in the app and tells you how to get that stuff. So it's really nice that they do that. You also have the option to buy medical insurance. So that's another incentive. You know, a lot of people worry about benefits. You can buy discounted medical insurance through those apps. I personally don't have it. I just know it's available every year. They say open enrollment, you know, da-da-da. And I've never looked at it, but if there was ever a time when I needed to go to the doctor, dentist, or whatever, I would definitely look at that and see if it was a benefit to me. So far, I have not had to, so thank God, right? But if you have medication you're on, or, you know, you see a doctor regularly, that's something to also look into. So my last tip, and if I've left anything out, you guys, comment down below. I'll answer any questions, and 9 times out of 10, I will have the answer for you because I've done this forever. I have a bad habit of skipping over stuff and not thinking about stuff. That's why I made me a list here. So the last thing is that once you get used to one app and you are comfortable delivering for that one app, apply for another one, diversify, have options where if you want to do this full time and you want to make a living doing this, that you feel comfortable multi-apping. I do 4 apps per day. They're on all the time. I feel comfortable doing that because I've done it for so long. It's just second nature. But you won't start out that way. You need to just start with one app, unless you're really good at multitasking and you can look at a map and think, you know, I can route these 2 orders that are on separate apps and get the most out of my money or my time. So that is all I have for you today. I'm trying to think if I've left anything out. Apollo, come here. Have I left anything off this list? He said no. But he said, if you have any questions, please ask and we'll answer it, right?
Yes. We will answer your questions. Come here. You want to say bye to our friends?
Or you just want to sniff my notebooks? Do you want to watch Paw Patrol? Y'all, we put Paw Patrol on for this dog every day when we leave, and he watches it all day long. That and SpongeBob. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like and share and comment. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. I will answer them. I'll be on this couch today because Spark is down. My internet just came back up a minute ago. It was down earlier, so I don't know what's going on. But thank you guys for watching. I hope this was informative, and I'll see you on the next video.